Muito boa noite a todos. Com 1 minuto de atraso, a gente está iniciando o nosso segundo dia da segunda semana da Exchange Fair. Queria agradecer a todos que estão nos ouvindo agora. Por enquanto, acho que não tem ninguém, né?
Agora tem 13 pessoas.
Agora tem. Será que a gente deveria dar 1 minuto antes de fazer a abertura? Para dar tempo de
Podemos dar uns 5 minutos. Todo mundo concorda? No momento, dar uns 5 minutos para a gente esperar mais gente para entrar na sessão? Podem escrever aí no chat. Ok. Ó, Guilherme Martins falou: tem sim, boa noite. Aí, se vocês puderem esperar mais uns 5 minutinhos para a gente poder iniciar? Vamos supor que sim.
Eu não pensei nisso, mas depois que a gente abre a live, a gente tem que esperar, tipo, as pessoas entrarem, né?
Uhum, isso. Aí a gente espera uns 5 minutinhos e qualquer
Gente,
coisa vocês
falta de
escrevem alguma
empate.
coisa.
Agora sim. Boa noite a todos. Sejam muito bem-vindos ao nosso segundo dia da segunda semana da nossa Exchange Fair. Boa noite, João.
Boa noite, todo mundo. Sejam bem-vindos. Como o Felipe falou, hoje é o segundo dia. Eu sou o João, eu sou responsável pelo Altcoins do Scope na SEV, sou da Católica. Amigo, se apresenta também, pra não ficar sozinho.
Então, eu não me apresentei, né? Gente, meu nome é Felipe, eu sou. Isso eu já tinha falado, né? Mas eu sou aluno do quarto ano da Faculdade de Medicina de Pouso Alegre, aqui no sul de Minas, e eu sou responsável pelos estágios nacionais na gestão desse ano. E é um prazer estar conversando aqui com vocês hoje. Queria agradecer a presença de todo mundo, né, João? E
Bom, pode
manda
falar,
bala.
desculpa. Não, eu só ia falar um pouco sobre a Exchange Fair agora, algumas observações. Como o Felipe disse, hoje é o segundo dia da segunda semana, então a gente está entrando hoje no nosso quarto dia. A Exchange Fair está prevista para acontecer por 4 semanas. Essa semana é a América, semana que vem será a Europa, e na última semana teremos a Ásia. Em relação a algumas observações, é a seguinte: para você ter sua presença validada e contabilizada na Exchange Fair, você precisa assinar o formulário no início do dia e no final do dia. Então, por agora, a gente vai liberar um link para vocês preencherem o formulário. E no final da sessão, no final da última sessão, vocês também terão que preencher um link. Para vocês ganharem um certificado, vocês terão que ter 80% de presença contabilizadas na Exchange Fair, de todas as 4 semanas. E em relação a perguntas, a princípio a gente vai fazer uma sessão sobre os programas de intercâmbio de cada país, vai durar em torno de 15 minutos. Logo depois a gente vai abrir uma sessão de perguntas e respostas, que vocês terão a possibilidade de fazer perguntas, tirar dúvidas para os apresentadores. E essas perguntas devem ser escritas em inglês. O formulário de perguntas vai ficar aberto por 10 minutos e a gente vai mandar aqui também no chat, certo? E só mais uma observação de última hora. Ontem a gente estava previsto para ter a República Dominicana como última apresentação do dia, mas por outros motivos eles não conseguiram comparecer e acabaram confirmando a presença hoje na Sala 1. Então, assim que as sessões daqui acabarem, vocês podem ir para a Sala 1, que vai ter uma outra sessão a partir de 9h30 da República Dominicana. E é isso.
É isso. Muito obrigado, João. Eu agora tenho o prazer de convidar para se juntarem a nós a Paula e a Andy, que são as duas palestrantes da noite, que são do Equador e vão contar um pouco para a gente sobre os intercâmbios no Equador. E para isso eu vou ter que mudar de língua. Então agora a gente se despede do português e dá as boas-vindas para as nossas convidadas. Angie and Paula, can you hear me?
Hi guys, yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, hi.
Well, very good evening to both of you. I would like to thank you very much for being here with us today and bringing some of your experience and some of all that you have to offer for all the students in Brazil who are really, really interested. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, you guys, for having us, and it's really nice to be here with you today. I know that this is a great opportunity for NMOs to make the relationship stronger and also to show you guys what our country has to offer.
Yes. So, well, the room is all yours. It's our pleasure.
Thank you so much, guys. Okay, so let me share my screen. Okay. Okay, so can you see my screen?
No yet.
Okay, let me know if you can, please. Okay, can you see it right now? Or not yet?
Wait a minute. It's loading.
Okay.
Is it already? Yes, it's already.
It's working? Okay. Well, good night, guys. It's really nice to be here with you today. My name is Angie Mogrovejo, and I'm the actual assistant of the National Social Program from IMP Ecuador. And today we'll be presenting you what our country has to offer, as I mentioned before. And I'm here with one of our Leos from our local committees. So, Pau.
Okay. Well, hello, guys. Nice to meet you, everyone. For me, it's a pleasure to be here sharing this space with you. Well, as Angie said, my name is Paula Saavedra. I'm the Leo out of my LC. And well, I'm so glad to be here with you. I hope that you enjoy our presentation.
Okay.
Okay, now we're going to start giving to you a little introduction about our country. So first, our country is located in South America. We're the home to the Galapagos Islands. Here we just have 2 seasons, winter and summer. We don't really have any other seasons, just 2. By the way, the Chimborazo volcano is a point on Earth closest to the sun, making us the closest country in the space. When it comes to our hospitals, we have LCs available in 8 different cities in 2 different regions. The Andes and the Pacific coastal region are clinical and preclinical rotation in public and private hospitals. For academic quality, we offering constant trainings to our LEOs and LORES. We're promoting the use of the handbook and the logbook, having PDTs and UATs in each city. Of course, in order to you to apply for an exchange, for a professional exchange, for example, a student should be studying like in the 3rd year of medical school, and for our investigation exchange, the student should be like studying in the 2nd year of medical school, and also, by the way, they should have approved some investigation subjects. So our research centers, we offer research rotations with file and lab work. We have CGA projects, and currently we have 21 SCOPE and SCURRY active LCs. Our social program is called 3 Worlds, 3 Weekends. And by the way, Angie is going to tell you some more about this. So I'm just going to let Angie talk. So go on.
Okay, thank you so much, Pau. Well, now that we have seen or have heard this little background about our country, we really want to introduce you to Ecuador. So Ecuador is a beautiful country that is located in South America with a population of approximately 17.3 million people, according to a census that was done in 2019. And it has a small area compared to other countries in Latin America and in the whole globe, but it is really diverse, and you have a lot of activities to do here, even though the country is small. And as an important fact, our country is the first country on the planet to have the rights of the nature guaranteed in its constitution. So one of the most important parts of our country, or for our country, is nature. Okay, so next thing, our capital is Quito. Quito is a city located in the north of the country, and you can also do different activities there. One of them is visiting this huge monument that is known as La Mitad del Mundo. And this is basically a monument which represents the middle of the world, because Ecuador is crossed by the equatorial line, and that's why we only have 2 seasons. That's why we are located in the 2 hemispheres. And also something cool from this place is that you can balance an egg in a nail. So it's pretty interesting. Our official language is Spanish, but you can easily find people who actually speak English in our country because the language is getting stronger here. And our currency is the United States dollar. Another fact from our country is that Ecuador is one of the smallest countries in America, but it is also one of the most biodiverse countries for every square kilometer. As I mentioned before, Ecuador has a lot of diversity in it. And as a fact that I wrote to you is that, like at the beginning of the year, it was in Ecuador, it was found a new species of frogs. So now we're getting into our national social program. And why we decided to call it 3 Worlds, 3 Weekends? It's because it basically represents the essence of our country. Our incomings can visit 3 worlds inside the same geographic area. And we have classified it in order to make it easier for our incomings to visit the different regions in our country. First, we have the coast, in which you can visit cities like Manta or Guayaquil. In the highland, you can visit cities like Baños, Quito, which is the capital, and also visit different mountains and volcanoes like Chimborazo, which is the closest point to the sun. and also another one which is Cotopaxi, and the south of Ecuador, in which you can visit the city of Loja. Also, you can visit the Vilcabamba Valley, where live many of the oldest people in our country. People here can live up to 100, 105 years. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. And I'm really happy to tell you guys that today, this list, we have included the Amazon region for the National Social Program of this year. Okay, so now you might be wondering, how do we prepare this National Social Program? Well, the first thing is that our National Social Program is activated once there are more than 15 incomings in our country. And why do we require this number of incomings? Because this makes it easier for us to organize everything, facilitates logistics, and also it makes the visit to the cities cheaper for our incomings. So we wanted it to be easier and cheaper to visit our country. Also, in our organization, we have a team called the National Exchange Team, who's basically made up of people who live in the city or near the cities where the National Social Program is going to take place. This year, we have three people who are from Quito. Her name is Ana. From Guayaquil, Laura, and from El Puyo, we have Helen. To communicate with our incomings and let them know about our National Social Program, we send them a mail. We send them by mail the invitation a week before they arrive in Ecuador. And in this invitation, we specify all the details about our National Social Program. For example, the cities that are available, also the prices, the activities that our incomings can do here. These activities are going to take place in the whole weekend, starting on Saturday morning, and these activities will last until Sunday after lunch. Now, which cities are available? Here, I'm going to present you a list of all the cities that have been available all these years, but I'm going to specify which cities are available this year. So first of all, we have the coast region. And in this place, we can visit the city of Manta. One of the main touristic activities that we can do here in Manta is go to the coast and see the whales that have arrived to the ocean next to in our country. And this is especially in the months of July and August, and this activity has caught the attention from people who live all around the world and also all around our country. And besides that, you can also try the delicious seafood, such as the Ecuadorian encebollado, which is basically a soup made of fish, onion, parsley, and another ingredients. And guys, if you come to Ecuador, I really recommend you to try this dish because it's very delicious. Here's a picture of the whales you can see. They're literally next to you, so it's a great activity. These are pictures of our incomings. And yeah, another of the cities we have available in the coast region is Guayaquil. This is one of the cities that are available this year. So you can visit the city, you can go to different parks. One of the most known parks in Guayaquil is a park that is loaded with iguanas. You can also go to different museums, and there's this one important monument that was built a couple years ago that is called the Pearl of the Pacific. Something that you can compare this monument to is the London Eye located in England. So yeah, it's basically a London Eye, but in Guayaquil. And you can see here pictures. This place is called Malecón, and this is also a well-known place from this city. There are a lot of stores, there are a lot of restaurants, and you can do different activities here. The weather in this region is approximately 23 degrees Celsius, but we do recommend you to bring comfortable clothes because it can get hotter in some times of the year. Also, you have to bring your sunscreen, and don't forget to bring your sunglasses. Now we'll be talking about the highland. In the highland, which you are going to see the most, are mountains, and there are a lot of activities that you can do here. For example, in the city of Baños, you can do different extreme sports that this city has to offer, such as canoeing, rafting, canopy, jumping, and many other extreme adventures. What you can see in the picture on the left is a place called Pailón del Diablo, which is a huge waterfall, and you can go downstairs right next to the waterfall. And it's really amazing, guys. The view there, it's amazing. Here you can see some of the activities our incomings have done in Baños, and this is called Tarabita, which is basically you will cross from mountain to mountain through a hanging wire, and it's really extreme, but it's worth it. Okay, also in the highland we have the Cotopaxi volcano, and this experience, I have to say, guys, it's amazing and wonderful because you'll be going up in one of the most important mountains that our country has, and you'll be accompanied by a local guide. You can also have a hot chocolate with marshmallows in the middle of the walk in the small houses that you can find there, and see the beautiful landscape that this volcano has to offer. Here are more pictures. And yeah. And now we have the city of Loja and the Vilcabamba Valley. This city is located in the south of our country, and you can visit all the churches, museums, and theaters. And an important fact of this city is that it's known for being one of the cities with more artists in Ecuador. So yeah, it's pretty important for us Ecuadorians. Also, you can visit the Vilcabamba Valley that I mentioned before. Is a valley where many of the oldest people in our country and also the world live. This is a picture taken in a park called Parque del Hipiro, and is the first thematic park in our country which is dedicated to cultural diversity. Here are more pictures. And yeah, it's pretty awesome, guys. And well, here in the highland, we also have a city offering this year, which is Quito, and I already mentioned that before. The weather in this region can always be found around 17 degrees Celsius, but it can get colder. So we do recommend you to bring warm clothes. And last but not least, the Amazonas. For a long time, we have been looking for various activities for you to enjoy in this world. And once again, I'm really happy to tell you guys that we have achieved that. So now you can do different activities in this beautiful region of our country, such as visiting communities in the middle of the jungle, taking pictures with snakes around your neck. So it's pretty awesome. And also you can walk next to the river and be accompanied by monkeys. So it's amazing, guys. The weather in this region is very humid with 23 degrees Celsius, and we recommend you to bring waterproof clothes because it can get very rainy some days. Okay, now you might be wondering, what is the cost of all these activities? Well, all our programs are very accessible, and the prices can go from $40 to $70, including everything. And by everything, I mean everything. For example, lodging for both days, Saturday and Sunday, food for both days as well. In Saturday, it includes breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And Sunday, it includes breakfast and lunch, and also some snacks that the organizers might give you. All these activities and the cost might depend on the city you're going to attend. And also these prices include a social plan that might take place on Saturday night. Okay, what's not included in the price of the National Social Program? The unofficial activities that each incoming would like to do on their own. For example, another extra activity, a visit to a museum that is not included on the chronogram. Or if you want to buy souvenirs, it's not included in the price of the National Social Program. And well, guys, before I finish, I have to tell you an important thing, that is that our country is really small, but it has a huge advantage. That is that every city is close to each other. For example, if you're in Quito and you want to go to Guayaquil, it might take you 6 hours by bus. If you want to go to the Amazon region, it might take you 4 hours by bus. So yeah, everything is pretty close to each other. And yeah, that would be it, guys. Thank you so much for your attention. And yeah.
Hey, Angie and Paula, thank you so much for your presentation. I think that I can talk for all of us that it was an amazing one and a clearful one. And after watching this presentation, I can be sure that your exchange programs is really well structured with cultural part of it so amazing. The academic quality of it is so amazing as well. But we have some questions. Would it be okay for you to answer them? We will
Yeah.
open for the Q&A session right now. It's gonna last for up to 15 minutes. The first one we have here is about the lifestyle in Ecuador. Actually, is the cost of living expensive there? We mean
But
about
we,
the food, restaurants, buying things, and stuff like that.
okay, but would you like
Uh,
to answer?
okay, yes, I will answer. Well, I wouldn't say that is an expensive. Okay, the living cost is not expensive. I would say that it's very accessible for everyone. The cost and the prices for food, especially, is very flexible. For example, just having $1, you can reach a lot of things. I mean, snacks, fruits. For example, if you're a lover of fruits like me, you will be very happy to be just having like $1, and you can receive like maybe like five 5 units of apples or of oranges or tangerine or any other kind of fruits. So it's very flexible. And maybe, well, if you're not interested in fruits, maybe you like to be like, I don't know, like chips or hot dogs or any other stuff that is not more healthy. It also could be very flexible because the prices are very low. For example, it could be like just $1 or 1.50, or well, if you wanna be like more expensive, it could be like $5, depending on where you are like buying the food. But when it comes to those things, I think that is very cheap in my perspective. Also, it depends. It depends on everyone about what you think of being expensive. But I think that is very cheap. Not only the food, also the transport. I would say that well, the clothes also, but the other things, yes, I will say that the food, the transportation, and clothes, and maybe some other things. I think that is very cheap and very flexible. The prices.
Awesome. Just like you, I am a food lover, so I would buy a lot of food and spend all the exchange eating it. And thank you so much for your help. And we have some few more questions about the exchange programs. Is language certificate required so the student may be able to attend on an exchange?
Okay, yes, language certificate is necessary, but it doesn't have to be like the TOEFL or the Cambridge certificate. No, it's not necessary. You just have to present this certificate that is given from your university or from a course you took. So yeah, that would be, yeah. And if you come from Spanish speaking countries, you don't really need to bring a certificate. But if you are going to do your exchange in Ecuador, you basically need an English certificate. Yeah.
So let me ask you only more question about the language certificate. Like, do you accept the language certificate signed by the animal, the sending animal?
Yes.
Like, okay.
Yeah. We can accept that.
And well, do you offer also SCUF programs in your animal?
Okay, so the SCOF exchanges are yet to be organized. We don't have them yet, but hopefully the next years we can have them in our NMO.
Awesome. Well, uh, here's another one. Do you think that speaking English is enough to communicate in the hospital and in everyday life?
Pau, do you want to answer or do you want me to answer?
Well, I can answer. Okay. Yes. Well, you could communicate as with English, but like we already say, no. Okay. No. No. Everyone have like a great English level. I mean, they are usually more comfortable speaking Spanish, but also you can find some doctors, some people that really can't be developed themselves with English. I really think that it depends on the person, but it usually is more. How can I say? We suggest you to try to speak like a basic Spanish level language. It will be very helpful for you just to say hello, how you're doing, and some basic things just to communicate. You don't really have like so you don't really have to have like a great level of Spanish, but just the basic things I think they will be like great for you. Also that you in the same way you will feel comfortable communicating with some other people or the country. Um, but if you only speak English, that's okay. You can find some persons, some people, some doctors that also have the same level or maybe just a basic level to speak in English. And that's okay because at the same time, you have to develop some skills to communication, not only in English, it could be also in Spanish. And well, if you want to try sign languages, it could be okay too.
That's awesome because my Spanish is horrible. I really need to practice it. Uh, and for one last question, so let me pick one here. Okay, this one is important one. What month do you think is the best one to go on exchange there in Ecuador?
Well, I would say July and August because there are more incomings there, and also the National Social Program is activated on those months. But if you decide to come, I don't know, December, January, it's totally okay because we also have local social programs. We have different activities in each city that you can attend to, and every month is it. You have a great experience whenever the month you come is. But if you want to be part of the national social programs and be in touch with more people, you can come on July and August.
Awesome. So I think that's it. Thank you so much for your participation in this exchange fair today. And it's an honor to have you all here. I think that after this presentation, we'll be so much glad to attend an exchange in Ecuador. And I think that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. It's really nice to be here. It has been amazing to meet you, and we're waiting for you in Ecuador.
Yeah, thank you so much. I hope that you like it, our presentation. And well, if one day you're looking forward to be here, we'll be waiting for you with our open arms, with a big hug.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
So
guys.
from now on, I'm gonna speak a little bit of Portuguese. And ok. Então a gente vai começar agora a nossa segunda sessão, que será realizada pelo México. Os dois NELs do México são responsáveis pelo scope na Animal deles. E vamos chamar eles. Então eu vou começar a falar inglês de novo e eu vou liberar novamente o formulário de perguntas para que vocês possam preencher e fazer perguntas, qualquer dúvidas que vocês tenham, ok? So I'm gonna start talking English again. I'm gonna call Julio and Daniel out for Mexico. Just a minute. Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear us?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's okay for us.
Can you hear us?
So yeah. So the floor is yours. Any questions and doubt? If you need any help, just call me. I'll be here watching the whole presentation. And after the presentation, we'll open another Q&A session, so the public may make some questions about the exchange programs there. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Obrigado. Hello guys, how are you? Como vai? Tudo bem? Não falo muito bem português, mas eu espero que vocês entendam o que eu estou falando agora. I'm going to speak English, right? Danny, I'm going to share
Hi,
some...
well, my name is Daniel and I'm the Nail Out. It's a pleasure to be here to present our beautiful animal to you. So, who's gonna share the presentation?
Yes. Wait. What is it? Creo que es esto. Can you see my screen?
Okay.
It is okay, Danny?
Yes. Well, let's start. Talking a little bit about Mexico is always a good idea. Why? Because you should always come to Mexico. If you're planning to go somewhere and you don't know where to go, Mexico is always a good idea for a place to be, for a place to go, for a place to meet new people, eat wonderful things, see a lot of incredible views. We have a lot of exotic animals as well. But what we do in the Scopy program in Mexico is all about learning. So it's what we're gonna see here, and you'll get to know a little bit about it. Okay, next one, please.
I'm going to. This is a video. Okay.
Meu caro Brasil, falando.
Can you hear it, Danny? Danny.
Meu caro Brasil, falamos um idioma diferente, mas mesmo assim posso entendê-lo perfeitamente. Nossas praias têm uma vibração diferente, o seu grande acontecimento é o Carnaval, e o meu, o Dia dos Mortos. Mas há algo que você precisa saber, gosto muito de você. Porque nós dois somos da América Latina e esse é o momento de dizer isso bem alto. Porque somos um enorme mosaico de miscigenação e diversidade. Conheço a alegria e a dor que surgem nos nossos templos do futebol. Também entendo por que você segue em frente diante de qualquer diversidade. Também não precisa me explicar por que suas escolas de samba, seu jogo bonito ou a sua arquitetura são seu orgulho. Porque enquanto você é a grande Amazônia, eu sou a imponente Lacandona. Você é a arpia e eu a águia real. Quero lhe mostrar meus maiores segredos. Que dancemos até o amanhecer, que conversemos ao redor de uma fogueira na praia, que nos aventuremos em relação ao desconhecido, que você nade em todas as minhas praias, que você se surpreenda com as minhas cidades históricas, que se perca nas grandes capitais e que se atreva a recorrer minhas rotas sagradas. Quero que experimente meu molho, que lembrará uma boa feijoada. Nós dois somos gigantes e acordamos, assim que imagine até onde poderíamos chegar juntos. Você não precisa me explicar nada para que eu veja em seus olhos o mesmo espírito. Suas alegrias são também as minhas, seus encontros são os meus. Nossos mundos são únicos e diversos. Faz tempo que eu queria lhe dizer que você não precisa dizer nada. Apenas, se você me perguntasse, gostaria de vê-lo um pouco mais. Venha me visitar já. Seu amigo, México.
Nice. So we hope we got a little bit of your attention now with this video. And well, I'm gonna read a little bit of this slide, which Mexico is a land of extremes, with high mountains and deep canyons in the center of the country, sweeping deserts in the north, and dense rainforests in the south and east. It is the main tourist destination in Latin America and the seventh in the world. Mexico has 32 cultural and natural sites that are considered as World Heritage by UNESCO, and also has more than 65 ethnic groups, what makes Mexico the country with the second greatest cultural diversity in the world. Love Mexico. So you got a little bit of background now about what Mexico is all about, but now we're going to talk up a little bit about Scopy.
Some photos. Palenque.
Well, here we have some pictures of our previous incomings over here in Mexico, in some of the pyramids on Teotihuacan in Mexico City. And also, well, there was one on the back from some people diving in a cenote. Well, a little bit more about us and things you're gonna be able to experience over here. Well, we're on the northern part in the continent of America. We are a border with the United States. We have a population of 126 million people. In the part of languages, we have like two main languages, which one is Spanish and the other one is Nahuatl. But we also have many other tongues and dialects that, well, they have their place of birth in different regions of the country. But these two are the ones that are the most spoken ones. When we talk about tourism, we have beaches, we have epic landscapes, and also pyramids of, the older civilizations. When we talk about food, well, actually, when you think about Mexico, the first, or if not the first thing, is tacos. We got also enchiladas, which is some other type of tacos, but with cheese. We have mole, also tequila, who doesn't love tequila, and much more. Also, we have specific days of culture over here in Mexico, and one of the most important ones over here is the Dia de los Muertos, which I think it's pretty well known since Disney also made a movie about this, being Coco. The next one, please. And well, talking about social plan, well, every local committee has their own social plans, but we also have the national social program, in which will you'll be able to go to different parts of Mexico and get to know like the most important places of this country. You need to know that, well, the national social program takes place um, only on summer vacations. Yes. There's also another picture. And well, talking a little bit about our NMO, we have 30 LCs in 25 cities, in which these 30 LCs, we have more than 62 public and private hospitals where the students are going to be able to make their clinical exchange. We also have a tier group system, like most of NMOs, which we have the group A, B, and C, in which group A, we have Ciudad de Mexico, we have Guadalajara, Mérida, Morelia, Monterrey, Zacatecas. In group B, we have Aguascalientes, Chihuahua, Culiacán, Durango, San Luis Potosí, Pachuca, Tepic, Toluca, Tuxtla Gutiérrez, Veracruz, Jalapa. And group C, in which have Ciudad Juárez, Ciudad Obregón, Coatzacoalcos, Gómez Palacio, Hermosillo, Saltillo, Tampico, y Torreón. This is important in the exchange conditions since students are only able to choose one from group A, one from group B, and three or three from group C. The combinations that they can be done is ABC, ACC, BCC, or CCC. So you can only choose one option from group A, one option from group B, and all the options you want from group C. And well, it's really easy to come to Mexico. Like we are not that troublesome when we talk about visas. So everything that is in green is visa-free access. And well, you can come without many troubles. Next.
Thank you, Danny. Well, we're going to start with the exchange condition for Mexico. If you are incoming that you're going to come to Mexico, you have to pay attention here. So, as you know, we speak Spanish. We only speak Spanish. But you can come to Mexico if you speak English. We have a lot of hospitals and universities and city that they can understand you when you're talking about English. Okay, so Spanish is not required, but English, yes. You have to speak English to come to Mexico. Also, we had different kind of exchanges. For example, we have clinical exchanges and preclinical exchanges. As you know, clinical exchanges, you're going to be at hospitals having general surgery, ophthalmology, gynecologies, and everything, at the hospital. If you're going to do preclinical exchanges, you're going to be at universities having, for example, biochemistry, anatomy, physiology, and some kind of subjects at the university. Okay, so this is so important. If you want to come to Mexico to do general surgery, obviously you had to be attended this subject at the university. That means you had to be, I don't know how to explain it. If you want to come to Mexico to have general surgery in Brazil, you had to have general surgery study. Okay, so it's so important that you do complete it really really good before to come to Mexico. Also, we accept graduate students only 6 months after concluding schools. That means if you have finished your medical career or your university, you had 6 months, uh, 6 months more to come to Mexico. So we are free to have you here. Our clinical exchanges here, you're going to spend like 4 weeks. That means a month, 6 to 8 hours per day. That means from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., depending on the department. Also, you're going to spend from Monday to Friday, like 5 days per week. That means that you're going to be at the hospital from Monday to Friday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. around, and you're going to free on weekends. Okay? Our principal dress code is so formal. You're going to wear a lot of white clothes. For example, white t-shirts, white pants, and white shoes, and everything white because it is so important for medical students here in Mexico. Also, before you come to Mexico, you had to ask our Leos about the clothes and a lot of things you had to need to bring to our country. For example, stethoscopes and food and different kind of things. Okay, this is so important that you don't forget to check our health and immunization form and insurance requirements because we had COVID-19 specific conditions. Okay, due to the COVID-19 pandemic and until further notice, we only be allowed to receive students who have their negative SARS-CoV-2 tests or PCR or antigens no more than 48 hours or proof of complete COVID vaccination. Okay, it is important that you need to have a negative test of COVID. Okay, and every set of students needs to bring their own personal protect equipment. That means surgical mask, ocular protections, gloves, and hands sanitizer. Okay, you have to bring all the things to do your clinical exchanges here in Mexico. When you come to Mexico, well, when you arrive to Mexico, you had to sign and decline a document, a specific document that is going to be responsible for you to do these exchanges. Okay. Well, we have academic quality here. There is a study for all the students to attend and to have active participation in all the academic quality activities. For example, we have open aerobic training, clinical case report workshops, online medical courses. Also, you had to remember that you had to complete 80% of the days to have the certificate of the changes. The boarding, you're going to be at the hospital, a student's hostel, host family, student flat, or dormitory. It depends on the local commute or the city. Or Leos, they are going to tell you before you come to Mexico. Okay. The lodging, you're going to be at the student hostel, host family, student flat, dormitory. It depends on the local commutes. The best one for me, for me is host family, but all Leos are going to tell you before you come into Mexico. Okay? Depends on the local commit, month of the year, number of incomings accepted, and availability. and things. Okay. What else? Also, with Discovery, the research standing committee, we have a lot of activities for you. We have open road training, symposiums, seminars, workshops, a lot of courses, webinars, country fairs, trainings, infographics. You're going to do a lot of things in the medical education and a lot of things for make your abilities better. Okay. Also, we have multi-community activities with Scopy, SCORY, medical education, human race in peace, and scope exchanges. Okay? If you have any questions, you can ask us at the end of this presentation. Okay, thank you. This is so quickly for us.
Thank you.
We...
Thank you so much, Julio and Daniel, for your presentation. I think it was an amazing one as well, and it was a clearful one. And we have some questions here that you may answer them for us, please. Is it okay for you? We set some questions that commonly people do. So we will start with them. Okay.
Okay.
The first one is about the language certificate that you talked a little bit more. You talked a little bit of the required language, but is language certificate required like the official ones such as Cambridge, TOEFL, or not?
Okay, the language certificate for us, well, for us is better if you have TOEFL test. It will be better for us. That's the principal thing because we are really, really close to United States. So for all the universities, they ask us for TOEFL certificate.
Okay, thank you. And do you offer also a SCOF program in your NMO?
Danny?
Yes, we do have SCOF exchanges. Uh, we are looking forward to open them in the next exchange season since this one is a little bit difficult. But yes, we have open projects, sorry. And yes, we'll be very happy to have you there in the SCOF exchange program.
Could you talk a little bit more about the scope projects that you have here or that you have there? Like, what is it about, please?
Okay, let
We are
me.
working our Danny? Sorry.
What?
Go ahead. We're
Okay,
working.
we have different kind of projects. We have one that is about hospital and clinical management. It's about quality inside hospitals and all that stuff. We also have another one that we recently opened, which is about maternal feeding. So it's about the importance of well, mothers giving their own food to the children. Uh, I don't remember other one, but you'll have the list. I promise.
Don't worry, it's okay. We can share with them the projects that you have. And also, now we have some specific questions about Mexico. Well, talking about the cultural part of the exchange, which cities in Mexico should be part of our journey in your country? What do you recommend?
Well, for us, we recommend all the cities in all Mexico, not only the center of Mexico or Mexico City or Guadalajara, Monterrey. You have discovered all the cities that we have. For example, the South Mexico, we have Mérida, Tuxtla Gutiérrez, Villahermosa, Veracruz. Those cities are really, really good with a lot of nature and a lot of culture, traditions, food, everything that you're going to have a good day. Okay. So in the North Mexico, we had Chihuahua, Culiacan, and a lot of cities that for some people it is so scared, but it's really good. You had to take the venture to meet a new city, not only in Mexico City or Guadalajara or Monterrey. Okay, so we invite you and all the Brazilian people to come to our beautiful country, but please try to meet some different cities.
Yes, I think every single part of Mexico has something would want to see. But if you're like into ancient cultures and all civilizations, like from the center of Mexico to the south, it's where you'll want to go, because there's uh, there's the place where there's going to be everything you want to know about the Mexican old cultures.
I think a lot of people here in Brazil know Cancun is a famous
Yes.
city for its parties and the beaches. It's an amazing one. And thank you
Mira
for.
Cancun.
Now I have one last question for you. Um, which local communities are the most wanted by the exchange student?
Ooh, it is so hard. Well, we had the same application forms to Mexico City, to Monterrey, and Guadalajara. All are the same. So please, if you want to come to Mexico, try to adventure some different cities. As you know, Tuxtla Gutierrez, Merida, you're going to find a lot of things here. Okay, in the South Mexico, in the North Mexico, please.
I think you're muted, Joel.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that. So I think that's it for our Q&A sessions. And thank you so much, Julio and Daniel, for your participation here today. I think it was an amazing presentation with clarified all of our doubts. And I think that's it. Do you want to share your Instagram or something like that? Any social media that you have for
Yeah,
the
sure,
exchanges
buddy.
yourself too? Yeah.
Well, you can just find me on Instagram like Daniel Ortiz, and it's going to appear over there. Don't worry. Also, you can follow us on Twitter. If you wanna see more about Scopy Mexico, you can write only MF Scopy on Twitter, and you will have our updates over there.
Yes, and for me on Instagram, you can find me as Julio Jimenez Gus, and we have a Facebook page as NMO MF. If you want to find us on Facebook, okay. So thank you for everything. Thank you guys. We
Thank
are
you for the
happy to
invitation.
have you.
Thank you guys for your presentation. It was an honor to have you all here. So I'm gonna start talking Portuguese again. And, ok, então a gente vai começar agora a última sessão, que estava previsto para começar 9 horas. Será sobre o Peru. A gente vai ter aqui o Neuin, do Peru, Daniel. E logo para o final da sessão, eu vou abrir de novo o formulário de presença para que vocês possam preencher e a sua presença seja realmente validada. E é isso. Se vocês tiverem alguma dúvida, algum comentário que vocês queiram fazer, sintam-se à vontade para escrever no chat, tá bom? Agora eu vou começar a falar inglês novamente e eu vou chamar o Daniel. So, Daniel, are you ready to start your presentation? If yes, you can you can open the mic or open your camera as well. Let's see. Daniel, are you hearing us? Are you hearing me actually? Well, I don't think that he can hear me or if his connection is unstable. Let me see. Just wait a minute. Okay.
Hello.
Okay. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, yeah. Can you hear me too?
Yeah, it's okay for us.
Sorry,
So
I had some problems with my mic in my
don't worry.
laptop. So
Don't worry, it's okay. Really, don't worry. So let's start our final session. He's Daniel from Peru. I must say Peru. If you want to introduce yourself, feel free. I'm gonna close my screen, but I will be watching your whole presentation. If you need anything, if you need some help or you have any doubt, just reach me out. Okay? And good session, good presentation.
thank you so much. So first of all, thanks for the invitation. So it's a pleasure to me being here with all of you. So let me introduce to my animal IFMSA Peru and our amazing exchange program. Let me a second to share my. Can you see my presentation?
Yeah, we can see your presentation. I think I can see at least. I don't know. Guys, can you see the presentation of Daniel? Could you please write down in the chat? Yeah, I think Angie has answered and she can see your presentation. I think you can start.
Okay. First of all, let me see if I am sharing audio because I have some videos. So let me a second, please. Okay, let's start. So good night to everything. My name is Daniel Sevilla. I'm the National Exchange Officer for Intercâmbios of IFMSA Peru for this term, and I will present our professional exchange program. So Peru is waiting for you. First, I will start with this video. I really love the description of this video, so let's see it.
Boiling River, Christmas fights, and potatoes. I have been to 75 countries in my life, but there is one country that I would say is the craziest of them all, and not enough people talk about it. This is the story of that country. Welcome to This is Life Before COVID-19, a travel series where I show you the world before COVID-19 for you to enjoy from your couch. Peru is different because the people here are crazy passionate. They're passionate about their dances, their culture, and their country. But above all, they're passionate about Peru is the home of potatoes. They have 4,000 types of potatoes with so many colors, so many shapes, and so many tastes. And they are proud of it. People are so crazy about food that their language is named after it. In Peru, calling someone an avocado means they are embarrassing. Calling them lentils
Apúrate, no seas lenteja.
means they are slow. Carrot means they are innocent, and pineapple means it's not just people that you will love in Peru, it's also nature. You go to the Amazon jungle, deep down into the forest, only to see this river, the world's only boiling river. So naturally hot, you can fry an actual egg on top of it and make tea just from its water. This boiling river you can only find in Peru, and these beautiful remains you can only find in Peru. Machu Picchu, the most famous, breathtaking destination in the entire country. And last but not least, in Peru, I saw the craziest inventors. Like this kid, Jose, who at the age of 12 started a real bank with its own debit card, customers, employees, and legal paperwork.
It's the first bank in the world started by a kid.
And so crazy, a Peruvian scientist was able to clean his lake and turn it from this to this by inventing his own organic solution that cleans water. It's as crazy as it looks. I've only been to Peru once for 2 weeks, and it blew my mind. From its people, to its nature, to its traditions. Before COVID-19, it was amazing. And after COVID-19, it will be even more amazing.
Okay, I hope you will like this video. It has many things about my country, many places, amazing places of nature, about some diversity of products like potato and others. So let's start to talk about something about our exchange program. So to tell you a little about my NMO, IFMSA Peru was founded in 1999. So in this year we have 22 years, and we represent more than 3,000 students nationwide. So our Scoping national team, it's made up of 2 NEOs and 5 assistants. So with one, we work hard to make our incoming experience incredible. And per year without COVID, so that's our really problem, I think, in all the countries around the world. So without COVID, we received between 45 and 1,500 incomings for many countries in the world per season. Our country is made up of 3 regions: the coast, the mountains, and the jungle. And we have 29 LCs throughout the territory, which represent 14 cities. We work around 40 hospitals between MINSA and EdSalud, that's a national part of our health systems. I mean, it's something like that. And we offer around 35 specialties in all of our LCs. We offer bilateral exchanges, but we also offer unilateral exchanges with a fee of 350 euros. I didn't practice my English for a long time. I tell so sorry for this. So we accept exchange students just for clinical exchanges who must have complete at least 1 year of clinical science. We also accept graduates and try to locate people who want to come as a couple in the same city. So we have in some cities we have more than 1 LC, so that it's possible to place couples in some cities like Trujillo, like Lima, like Ica, like Arequipa, like Puno, and others. Our country is very diverse in dances, traditions, and above all, our food. Uh, I'm sure that if you come to Peru, uh, you will fall in love with our typical dishes and maybe even gain a few kilograms because we have too many kind of dishes. So if you come to Peru, you have to try the ceviche. It's this dish. I don't know if you can see my cursor. So the ceviche is one of our main typical dishes, and also try the Inca Cola. Inca Cola is a soda that represents us, as well as Brazil represents the water in Antarctica. It's something the same form, I think. Like the water in Antarctica is to Brazil as Inca Cola is to Peru. I mean, okay. So let's start. Let's see one video some of most popular dances in our typical dance in our country called the marinera. It's a very short video, so I hope you love it. Okay, this dance called marinera, and it practiced in the north of the country. So the complete name of this dance is marinera norteña. So it's a typical dance. We have many more in the mountains, in the jungle, but I really love this dance because it represents my region, the coast of the north of the country. I'm from the north of the Peru, so this dance is very popular in my city. So let's continue. As part of the academic quality activities, our LCs offer various workshops, educational activities, upon arrival trainings, and topics about our health system and global health. So in some months too, such as January and August, we are received more incomings, and we have national activities called clinical workshop, in which you can learn and practice topics such as sutures, cardiopulmonary resuscitation, among others. You have to attend at least 80% of your rotation to acquire the certificate, as well as complete your handbook and write and present a clinical case of I don't know, of some DC that you see in the hospital, and you really like it. I'm probably the diagnosis or the treatment. So you have to write it and present to your tutor, to your maybe your university, and to send to us your Leo to have the certificate. So we have many tourist nations in the three regions, and the most attractive is Machu Picchu. So this is Machu Picchu. It's one of the seven wonders of the world, And we also have the highest navigable lake in the world, Titicaca. So you can also do extreme sports in some cities and enjoy our beautiful beaches in the north of the country. About our social programs, local social programs, all of our LCs carry out social programs throughout the year. And within this program, an international dinner or national food and drinking party in which you must bring something typical of your country, maybe a drink, maybe a food. I don't know. It's up to you to be able to share with everyone. So we as a Peruvians made or bring some typical food, typical drinks to share to everyone. And you can also go to see museums, go to parties, and another many things. You can do many things in the program of the social LC's social program. In January, in August, so the months we have more incomings, we try to organize a national social program too, which consists in uniting all the incomings of those months who wish to participate and make a trip to Cusco and go to visit Machu Picchu in a group. Likewise, you can also make trips to other very tourist cities. You can choose where to go according to everything you would like to do in our big country, in our amazing country. I think you can go to see our nature. You can go to our beautiful beaches in the north. You can go to Machu Picchu. You can go to make trekking in the mountains. In others, you have many options to do in our country, in Peru. So let's see a last video in this presentation. So this video represents many things that our country make. Not just the tourism, not just the food, the dishes, so many other things like cinema and others that Peru do. So I hope you love this video, and is all my presentation. So that's all my presentation. You can find us in Facebook, in Instagram, and if you have some doubts, you need more information about our social program, about our exchange program, you can visit our exchange conditions, our explore pages, and contact us by the mail scopity that Peru. Uh, and it will be a pleasure to be in contact with you. So let's uh, let's come to Peru because Peru is ready to exchange your life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Danielle. Thank you for the presentation. Thank you for all the media and all the visuals of Peru that we got to see. I think it was really, really interesting to have this glimpse at such intricate parts of Peruvian culture with you. So, going to questions now. Well, actually, I don't think I had introduced myself to you because you weren't in the call when I was here on the very beginning, like when I was in camera. So I'm
Uh,
Felipe. I'm another national coordinator for the DENEM Brazil, and it's
Pleasure.
it's it's a pleasure meeting you. Uh, so, first question that we have here that I would like to ask you is about languages. Uh, what is the usual requirement? Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Can you repeat the question? I had some problems with Fred, I think. Can you repeat?
I'm sorry, I might my internet might have fallen for a bit because I didn't understand.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Oh, of course, yes. What languages are accepted in the exchange programs in Peru? What's the usual requirement?
Okay. The principal language is the Spanish. So we recommend learning Spanish for every incoming who wants to come to Peru because the most part of the specialties, the most part of the medical attention, the most part of the rotations in our country, it's in Spanish. So we have just a little bit part of tutors who speak English. But if you just speak English, if you don't know Spanish, so it will very 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 difficult to try to make a communication with patient to do a great rotation. So you we recommend if you just know English, maybe you can choose some a surgical specialty from maybe and do it. So if you want to go to Peru, I recommend to learn Spanish.
Yeah, well, that is the general. That is what usually happens, and it's good though that Spanish is such a vastly spoken language, right? Because then a lot of people can enjoy their exchanges to the fullest. Uh, Another question that I'd like to ask you is about the incomings. Do you accept couples or groups to stay together in exchanges?
Uh, uh, can you repeat, please?
Do you accept groups or couples to stay together, like that want to stay together?
Yes. So as what I say in my presentation, everything we try to place together. People who wants to be with a couple in a couple. I don't depend amount. It depend our LCs and our capacity. So to accept three and more peoples in the same city. But if you wanna come with a couple, with a close friend, I don't know, we do our best to place together in the same city.
That's really good. Thank you so much. Another thing that I'd very much like to ask you is about usually, do you have night shifts in the exchange programs?
It's not mandatory, but if you want to do a night shift and if you talk with your tutor, you can do it, but it's not mandatory. It's up to you. Do it.
Okay. And about your local committees, how are usually the expectations for the local committees? Do you have one specific local committee that really stands out that a lot of people really want to go to?
Well, the most wanted is Lima. I think we have three principally: Lima, Trujillo, and Ica. Maybe Arequipa too. Yes, that's the four uh, local committees that incomings wants in more opportunities. So the most wanted is Lima.
Okay, great. Well, Danielle, thank you so much. I think everybody that is with us right now has now a much broader view on how Peru is and what to expect of an exchange program in Peru. Thank you so much for your time and for your attention.
You too for the invitation. It was a pleasure to be here with you. I really love DENEM. I really love Brazil. So I we hope all of you can come to Peru. We will receive you with open arms. So
Yes,
thank you so much.
and we love you guys too, and we love our Latin Americans.
Bye. Thank you.
Ok, goodbye. Ok, agora a gente volta para português, né?
Então é isso, gente.
É.
Carlos, você quer falar mais alguma coisa?
Só
Pode ir
agradecer a
finalizando, eu
todo mundo
acho.
Oi?
Pode ir finalizando, acredito.
Exatamente. Eu queria só agradecer a todo mundo que está aqui com a gente. A gente teve apresentações ótimas e conseguiu, de fato, como eu estava dizendo agora há pouco, ter uma visão muito mais ampla sobre os países depois dessas apresentações, que são, né, não deixam de ser uma visão interna, uma visão doméstica sobre as coisas, e isso faz toda a diferença. Tenho certeza que isso contribuiu demais para todo mundo que planeja fazer um intercâmbio em qualquer um desses países. Pessoal, muito obrigado pela atenção. João, muito obrigado pela parceria da noite de hoje.
E é isso, gente. Muito obrigado. Lembrando também que semana que vem a gente vai vir para a terceira semana da Exchange Fair sobre a Europa. Vamos ter alguns países europeus, algumas animais europeias aparecendo aqui para falar um pouco mais sobre o intercâmbio em tais países. E também o dia de hoje, na verdade, não acabou. A Sala 1 vai estar apresentando agora a República Dominicana, que não pôde aparecer ontem, mas vai estar apresentando hoje. Então, apareçam lá, que vai ser tão proveitoso quanto foi aqui na Sala 2 hoje. E é isso.
É isso, pessoal. Não percam.
Até mais, até semana que vem. Tchau, tchau.
Boa noite.
Obrigado pela participação.
Boa noite, pessoal.
Boa noite.